Hi everybody, happy Tuesday. I hope everyone's having a blessed day today. I know that I am. Jesus, I love you on my side. And not every day I make a big dinner. Like, for instance, today, this is considered picadillo appetizer, but they feel like having pizza. So this is from 7-Eleven pizza. So I'm just gonna grab a couple of little pepperonis and put them on top and throw this in the oven because that's what they want. So let me just throw a couple. I'll leave some without just in case whoever doesn't like the pepperoni. But I'm just gonna put this in and then we start to cooking. What I'm gonna make today is surullitos, and if I could relate to them in something that American would taste like, it would probably hush puppies, something about hush puppies, but the cigar shape is what makes it different, like a surullo. So that's what I'm gonna be doing today because I have a craving for that. I should have named my channel One That's Craving because I crave certain things and I like to cook. Cooking is my passion. Amongst other things, cooking is my passion. So I'm just gonna leave about half and half without. And I have a tray here and I put some foil on this old tray, but my son doesn't like if a piece of aluminum foil sticks onto the pizza. So I'm just gonna place it right on top of here and pop it in the oven. And then I take it out, I'll cut it right on top of the box. All right, so let's get to talking about this. I have cornmeal here, and I'm gonna need some water to prepare that. And I'm also gonna need some sugar, some butter, and I have 1 teaspoon of salt, and I have 1 tablespoon of sugar. So typically it's made with cheese. That's like original. You make the surullos and you put a piece of cheese in there, American cheese or any cheese they like. But I'm also going to show you how you can make them also in a variety of ways. You can make ham and cheese surullos, or you can make guava and cheese surullos. So how do we do it? We're going to add 3 cups of cornmeal and 1.5 cups of water. Okay, what we want to do is I have my pan right here. I'm going to light this up. Yes, thank you. I cleaned out the little nozzle. I made it all nice and clean inside, so thank you, Jesus. All right, so over here I have exactly 2.5 cups. 2.5 cups of water. And to the water, like I said, I want to add some sugar. One tablespoon of sugar and 1 teaspoon of salt. So we're going to add that to it. And we're going to add some butter to that. And what we want to do is, excuse me, I got an itch. What we're going to do is we're going to make this a hot. We're going to make this a hot. No, we're going to make this water come to a boil. And then we're going to turn it off. And then we're going to add our mixture so the heat on the stove can finish cooking it. All right? So let's put some butter in here. I would say I need about, let's see, we have right here 1, 2, 3. So 3 spoons. Plus that little dab that really doesn't count. It isn't much. It's just a small slither. So they get 3 tablespoons of butter. All right? And I'm just going to let this mixture come to a boil. Let me get my little handy dandy spatula. Okay, hold on. So we have a salt, a sugar, and our butter. And what I want to do is I want to just let this come to a boil. Like that. Okay, so it's on high. So like I was saying about the the fillings. You can use any fillings, and you could kind of relate to it like a hush puppy. And you know, like the ones you get in Nathan's, those little hush puppies, so good. Can't find the Nathan's only in Coney Island. I'm from Brooklyn, so yes. And this is traditional, like in Spanish ways. They like to do this as a picadillo, which means appetizer. And they would put these out on the table, the surullos, or they would take the guava paste, because that's what this is right here. This is guava paste. You can buy it in a can, or you can buy it in a package. Like I have it in a little package, and it's like a square. And this is good. You can use it as a filling or replacement to jams and jellies. When you have pure fruit, of course it has sugar, but you have the fruit. So now I'm gonna be dealing with this. I'm gonna open up this fan already. Like I said, you can make some ham and cheese, little surullos too. You can go get creative on this, okay? In other words, I'm gonna get that little knife that I had here. I'm gonna throw this away. And I might even make some of pepperoni. Well, not really. I left only 3 pepperoni, so maybe I'll make 1 with pepperoni and cheese. Okay, just to show you how versatile it is and how many things you can make, get creative. And of course, you can always look up the recipe for hush puppies, which are just fried little balls, corn fritter balls. All right, so, excuse me. All right. That's almost boiling now. It should come to a boil. Like I said, I cut up all the cheese already. And I'm gonna need a bowl. I'm gonna cut these into little slices also, because like I said, you could make them out of ham and cheese. So I'm just gonna cut a couple of slices and put it right there next to the guava. They could share this plate. See, you can make just nice little pieces of ham. I'll show you this one, just like that. Okay. And like I said, you can make ham and cheese ones. I'm gonna start traditionally, and traditionally is supposed to be the cheese. But I was listening to someone in a video talking about this, and they said that they would start with the other ingredients first, just in case the cheese would seep out of there. But we'll see. Okay, so I have my cornmeal, and I'm gonna open this up, and I want to put 3 cups of cornmeal in there. Okay. I'm gonna use it for water. Got a little water up dry. Okay, where's my spatula? I'll just give this a little mix. As you see, that water came to a full boil. It is totally boiled, and it has a little floater there. Maybe it's the sugar that didn't melt. I don't know. I don't see it anymore. Hopefully it'll dissolve. Okay, so that's all you want. Right there. I turned it off. Now, I'm going to take 3 cups of my cornmeal, and I'm going to put it in there. That's about 3 cups. That's about 1 cup if you flatten it. So I'm going to put the first half in, and I'm just going to mix it up real good. Get all those little balls smashed, even though the balls are eventually gonna get smashed. And okay, so just mix it a little. This is gonna be like a paste. So what I'm trying to do now is make a nice base for it, so when I put it, it won't get all clumpy again. So I'm just smashing the little balls that are in there, because there's a lot, and I still have to add 2 more cups. Let me get my, I'm gonna need this. Alright, so like I said, I just want to smash them up. I used to make this for breakfast for my children. They loved that. When they were little kids, they liked it. I used to make them cornmeal, and I used to do, they loved the oatmeal. My children didn't like oatmeal. That was in bits and pieces, like those whole little flakes. Didn't like that. So the special way that I did it was that I took the oatmeal and I would grind it in the blender first, and then I'll just have a powder to work with. And that powder was perfect. They devoured it. They thought it was like a pudding, and they ate it all up. You should try it. Put it in the grinder and turn it into flour. And you could start with infants. I mean, from like 6 months old, you can already start giving him this cream of corn, cream of oatmeal, cream of farina. Those are the best things to get for children, like the ones that are still bottle feeding. So this is 2 cups now. And I want to use 3 cups. Let's see how my masa comes out, which is my dough. And you could see. And like I said, it's still cooking on the stove. Even though you think not, it's still cooking. And let's see how much more I'm going to add to this, because I don't want it too wet. I don't want it too dry. And I still see that there's some all over it. I want it to turn into like a little ball. It's kind of doing that. See that? It's getting like that, but that's because, like I said, it's on the heat. I don't want to add too much of it because I don't want to work with something dry. So this is looking pretty good. I'm just giving it a little smash like this. This is hard work. See, it looks good. It looks like a nice dough batter. I don't think I'm gonna add any more. That was 2.5 cups of water for 2 cups. 2 cups of the cornmeal. And I think this is good. It's really nice to work with. If I see that it opens up or something, I could always get a little cornstarch and put it on it so it can hold together the shape. But this looks really nice. So I've been cooking that on the stove as I was turning it because the stove is still hot. Plus I have the pizza in the oven, so this is a hot workplace. And I think this batter is just fine. I don't think it's too wet. No, I think it's perfect. It feels just a little sticky. Just a little sticky. Not too sticky, but maybe I'll just add like a little dust over it. Okay, so just a little dust. That was 2 cups for 2.5 cups of water. And like I said, this is just plain old cornmeal, and these come in a lot of shapes. Like this is ground down to a powder, but you also have a little coarser and then a lot coarser. So you would think the coarsest one would be closest to grits. Grits are good. So you can compare this to grits, but except grinded. You could probably make some grit surullos too. So, okay, my hands are a little sticky. I'm gonna wash my hands real quick. I'm gonna wash my hands, and I'm gonna grab a bowl. I need for that to cool off. I'm sorry for the noise. Am I recording good? Okay. Okay, so I have a bowl, so I'm just going to dry my bowl up a little. This is where I'm going to put the mix so it can start cooling, because I'm not going to work with it if it's too hot. Okay, so that should be good. And like I said, I put a little dusting on it, and I just want to mix that in there. See, that's looking really good. And it's nice and warm. It's on the stove, it's still cooking. You want a nice dough, like a butter cookie dough, something to that texture. Alright, so that's good. I'm just gonna dump that right in the bowl. And I could get rid of this. Now you can see that the steam is coming out of there. That means it's too hot to work with. Very hot to work with. So I'm gonna give it a few minutes to cool down, and then I'll make some patties, and then I'll fry them here. I'll have the oil heating. I'm gonna put some oil to my pan, and I'm gonna start heating it up. You want to make sure you have enough oil in here. Alright, so I have that much oil in there. I think that should be good for now. I'm going to let this at medium heat while this cools off, and I could take care of my pizza. Not ready yet. Needs about another 5 minutes, but I'll be back. Hi everybody. I'm back. I just want to wash my hands. So everyone had pizza, and now I'm gonna make my appetizer. Yeah, it's supposed to be appetizers before the pizza, but it's okay. So I have a little bag here. This is a just in case, just in case it sticks. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put that back there, and I have my masa is already good. It's nice and soft, and it cools off where it wouldn't burn me. So what I'm gonna try to do is try to do one spoon, and I'm gonna put it right into this plastic, like so. Oh, go back, get back in the bowl, pick it up and put it back in the bowl. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this mixture and I'm gonna see if I can spread it out a little bit, kind of like a tortilla, but not quite, because I'm gonna wrap it. But you can form it into whatever size you want. I think it's easier this way because you don't get your hands all dirty. All right, so look, that came out pretty relatively good. So I'm gonna take a piece of cheese and I'm just gonna put it in there, and I'm gonna fold one side over, and then I'm gonna fold the other one, and then I'm just gonna squish them down to size a little bit. See, these are kind of big surullos, I think. I didn't mean to make them that big, but usually they're supposed to be like the size of your thumb or 2 thumbs. Small. I'll try to do the next one the way it's supposed to be traditionally, but right now this one just came out like this. I could have made this one like a ham and cheese one, but okay, so okay, this one's ready, and I have my the tray where I took out the pizza. And my oven is still on. Okay, let that oven get down. I don't want to put it really on a hot place. Hi everybody, I'm back. Sorry, had to take care of something, but this one is done already. I'll show you. I could even start frying it as of now, just so to see how it's gonna turn out, so you don't have to wait for a whole bunch of them, even though I would have preferred that. But this is really hot, and you could take a test by grabbing a little piece and popping it in there so you could see how hot the oil is. So this is a big surullo, guys. It's not supposed to be this big. Alright, so I like to turn it in the oil. Okay, so we're just gonna leave it alone. We'll leave it alone. Let it do its thing. I'm just trying to give it a little coating. Hey, it's better to know if it's gonna work out or not. So might as well just do one. And the worst fear would be that it splits, which I hope it doesn't split, because then, like I said, if it splits, you're gonna have all the cheese all over the oil, and it doesn't look pleasant when you cook the rest of them. So I'm just hoping it does it. And we're gonna leave that out there for a few minutes. Let's take a peek. It's not even, it hasn't even tanned yet. So I can make another one. So let's not make it so big this time, okay? So I added, I guess, less than half a spoon. A little bit more than half a spoon, I mean. And I'm gonna show you how they're done. A long way. What they're supposed to look like, because like I said, you're supposed to be able to put this with the palm of your hand. Okay, so I think that should be a little smaller than the one that I did. So let's put another piece of cheese in here. Okay, and I'm just gonna grab this side and fold it over. It folds over really nicely. See, take that side, fold it over, grab the other side, fold it, and then you could just swirl it around. Or you could even grab it in your hands, because It's not like a real sticky type of dough. I'm gonna flip this over. Okay, look how it looks. Nice and golden. So this is the other one, see? It's supposed to be this size. This is the average size of the Surullo. The idea is that it's an appetizer and you're supposed to be able to get at least 3 little bites out of it. So that's what it's supposed to look like. Okay, this cooled off. I'm happy. I touched it, it cooled off. So we're gonna do another one. That way we can get a few of them. I'm gonna do a ham and cheese one now. Put a little ball there. I hope you could see. Maybe I'll move the cheese over here. And I'll move here. Okay, so there's a piece of dough on this side. Alright, so there's a piece of dough on this side too. Alright, so you want to squish it a little. Not hard, very soft. Softer than Play-Doh. See? Squish it really soft, and then you want to make it like come together a little bit. You don't want it big. Alright, so I would say about that size. Like I said, you're going to wrap it around. So I'm going to take a little piece of the Spam, and I'm going to take a small piece of the cheese, and I'm going to make a Spam and cheese one, which I'm just going to roll it there, and I'm going to roll it again. Okay, so that's it. Like, once you have it, that is easy to fold like that. I think it's perfect to fold like that. You could always take it out, put it in your hand, and then you could shape it. Like I said, it feels like you're working with Play-Doh, okay? And all you want is for it to get a good stick on the inside, on the filling that you did. So there we go. There's another one. That one's a ham and cheese one. I'm gonna make another one that's just plain cheese. Again, put that right there. I think I'm getting better with the portion size. Because like I said, I was going just a little bit overboard. You could always squish it over, you know that? If you make it too wide. And then if you want to press it the long way, just like that. But you don't want to do it too thin. I think this one was done too thin. I'm going to fold it, and I'm going to pull it. I'm just going to press on it very lightly, like so. All right, this one's ready for like a piece of cheese that I can put inside now. And I'll take this nice piece of cheese, and I'll lay it in the middle, and I'll grab this side, and I'll put it over, and the other side over. Now it's sealed in there, really nice. I was going to say, I don't know if you could roll it, but lo and behold, you can roll it right in the bag if you wanted to. If you didn't want to touch it, but you know what? My DNA goes in everything I cook. Okay. So, there we go. That's a nice little roll there. Want to make sure that cheese is covered, okay? Don't want any cheese to seep out. Alright, so there we go. I have another one there. And this one looks like it's almost done. I think I'm just going to give it about another 1 minute, and then I'm going to add the rest of them in. So I have time to make one more before I add in my whole batch. And since we didn't try the one with Guava, I'm going to do that one next, okay? I'm using yellow cheese for the Guava, but usually, okay, hold on. I'll show you how it's supposed to be, or rather, how I like it. Alright, so, but first I think I want to take this out, and I'm going to grab a piece of the pizza box that I have here. I just used half of the pizza box, guys. Look. See, that was the leftover pizza that's still here from the pie. And I just took a piece out of it. I'm going to use the non-oily side, and I'm going to put it down right there. So when I take this bad boy out of there, I can put it right in there. Okay, so let's check it out. It looks really good. It's nice and golden, and you could smell the sweetness from the sugar that I put, that 1 tablespoon of sugar. And these are great. I'm sure your kids will love this. It's kind of like a corn dog. You could put a hot dog in it and make corn dogs. Okay, just gotta follow the recipe. Alright, so this is taking out now. I don't want to cut it like, because the cheese is gonna ooze out, but it's okay. It's okay. If the cheese oozes, it's okay. Alright, so that's not dripping anything. I'm just gonna set that right there, and let's see if the cheese oozes. That was a pretty big one. I don't think the cheese was gonna ooze on that one. Alright, let me make this one and let me show you something. Let's have fun. Okay, so I have a Philly cheesesteak. I wish, no, I don't wish. Okay, so I have here some cream cheese. All right, so I'm just gonna stretch this out just a little bit. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna open this up, and I'm gonna take my cream cheese and I'm gonna put a little line on there. There, just like that. And then I'm gonna grab one of my guavas and I'm gonna put it right next to it. And you can see you still have a little room. If you wanted to add more cheese, you can do that. Like that. That looks pretty. So then, like I said, you take this part and you put it over and you hold it down. And then you take the other side and you roll it over. And you could press the corners in like that. So this one is the cream cheese and guava. All right, so I just want to roll it up because you're supposed to have like a little cigar shape. Like I said, appetizer, 3 bites. Okay, so you could also put them in the refrigerator and you could freeze them. You could put them in the refrigerator and like make them in the morning or before a party, and then bring them out an hour before guests come and you want to cook. So, all right, let's get these in there. Okay, that's one in there. Just like I said, I want to put a little oil in it. Take the shock out. Okay, so drop another one in there. Like I said, a little oil, and take out that shock. So far, I'm very happy with that one. It came out really good. Okay, so let's add one more. Make sure. At this point, I don't know which is which, so we're gonna have to cut them in half to see which one is which, and go from there, like bite-sized pieces. So you don't want them to be close to each other. So I am not gonna add any more in there. I'm just gonna let those cook at their pace, and I'm gonna make some more. Let's make another guava one, because that one looked really delicious. Again, like about a big tablespoon. Okay, make it into a little ball, and then you smash it softly, ever so softly. Look how beautiful that looks. So just like that, you have yourself a little patty. And I'm going to take one guava. I'll take this nice big one here, and I'm going to take the cream cheese, and I'm going to put it on one side like that, and take the other cream cheese and put it on this side. Okay, so there you go. And I'm going to grab this side, bring it over and press down like a little taco, and then you hold it and just go the other way, and like I said, hold it in, and that's it. That's how easy it was. Okay, so like I said, this is a cream cheese and guava filling. So delicious. So you know what? I think I'm gonna make more of them. I don't know if you guys want to sit and watch me through me making all of them, but I can always pause the video and make as many as I can, and then I'll come back. How's that? That'll be a time saver, right? So I'll be back. Hey everybody, I'm back, and I'm out the last 3. And all of these are done. You can see some of the cheese oozed on one, but this is what they look like. I'm gonna just crack one open just to show you. Let me get a knife, because you gotta see what it came out with. Okay, this one oozed out a little bit of cheese already, but when you open them, they're nice and crispy and very cheesy. See, that's good. This one, I know which one this one is. This one is the one with the guava, because you could see a little bit of the jelly coming out there. But let me show you what it looks like. Look, guava and cheese, delicious. And I can't remember which one was a ham and cheese. I'm gonna take a lucky guess, and let's see this one. No, this one's just a cheese. Okay, this one. Let's see if this one is the ham. Oof, baby, another guava. All right, I can't remember which one it was, but they all look fabulous. The cheese ones, the ham one, I wanted to show you the ham and cheese, but look at them. They're so good. They're so nice and soft. Soft in the middle. Oh, so good. I don't know if that's guava. I'm sorry, I don't know which one it is. Okay, guys, that's it. These are done. I'm gonna flip this one, flip that one, and that one. As you can see, those are my last three, and I really don't know. Maybe I should attempt it one more time. What do you think? One more time? Okay, one more time. Guava. The ham and cheese does not want to be found. The ham and cheese does not want to be found, and I need a nice picture. So there's my recipe. I hope you like them. They're really soft and delicious. Make this recipe. I know you're gonna like it a lot. The kids are gonna love it. You could even do a peanut butter and jelly inside. So many options. Thank you guys for watching my video. I hope you liked it. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss any more of my videos. This is so good. I need to eat in private. Bye, guys.